Alright, so you guys get the gist. I'm gonna switch games now. Gonna hear some beautiful console setup. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
I don't think you guys seen the license screen. Isn't that amazing? I don't know. What the hell am I talking about?
Oh my gosh, wow, a license screen.
I know everyone has the Genesises without the license screen. I'm just like one of those poor people. It's fine.
Mine has the license screen too.
Yeah, okay, you're one of the ghetto plebes like me.
Yeah. I own 5 Genesises and they all have the license screen. For those who are unaware, that's just like a thing. Some Genesises genocide don't.
Genesipodes. That's it.
Genesipodes.
Alright, so Headdy. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about Headdy before I start beating my head against the wall.
Are you sure we can just start? I can explain it. I know this game. I speedrun it.
Let me just say a few things just about the gameplay. So this is a platformer, and not as many bosses as Alien Soldier. There's going to be a lot more emphasis on stages, and the cool thing about this game, of course, is that you use your head for a lot of different functions. Your body and your head actually operate separately. Your head will stick to your body for the most part, but you can move your body when you shoot your head, which is kind of just an optimization thing when it comes down to it. But you can also use Hangman, which is that orange guy, to propel yourself up and around. And to do certain things on stages. You can also use Headcase. It'll look like a box to get power-ups, and I'll be using quite a few. Hammerhead will do twice as much damage. Bomb does like 8 damage if you get a good hit. There's some other ones that have different features, and I think that explains the gameplay fairly to the point. In terms of
thanks, Chubbas. Now we'll have nothing. I called you Chubbas. Thanks, Chronoon. Now we'll have nothing to talk about for the entire run. Just joking.
I'll just mute myself now. The plot is it's like actually a play. This is all supposed to take place on a stage, and we're gonna skip the intro and ending cutscenes, but it pretty much points out that this is a play. This is all taken place on stage. It's in a place called Treasureland, and Treasureland is taken over by the evil King Dark Demon and his legion of toys and the Keymasters, which guard his castle. And you as Headdy, as a puppet, are trying to save the land with the help of your friends and the other puppet, Heather, the female Headdy, pretty much.
Mysterious Heather.
She'll steal your keys, but it's for a good cause. And there's all sorts of weird freaking enemies and bosses that you're all gonna have to accommodate yourself to. Yeah.
That's your only warning. Get ready, this game is weird.
I'm not sure. Yeah, no, it's gonna be weirder than Alien Soldier, believe it or not. For a few parts. Few parts.
Yeah.
Are you ready? No difficulty differences. There is a hard mode, which is like a cheat mode, where you have like one hit. It's not worth it. It's okay. But yeah, pretty straightforward game as the game goes. Okay, I guess I'll just throw myself into this.
You got this.
So I guess I'll just, since I'm the one doing the timing, I'll do typical RTA timing. So here we go.
And
Bing.
Go.
There we go.
So, welcome to Dynamite Headdy. As Chronoon said, you are Dynamite Headdy. He is a puppet in Puppet Land, Treasure Land. And the evil Dark Demon, that's his name in this, right? In this version?
Yes.
Or is it? Okay.
And the Japanese version is like King Dark Demon. It's really pedantic.
There are a lot of differences between the Japanese and the American version, which I will be pointing out because I find them very interesting. But something you'll notice about the game is that even though it is like your traditional platforming side-scrolling action, it is a lot of different stuff with each level. Each level tries to throw something new at you. At the beginning, we're just in an auto-scroller. It is like... I don't want to say it's easy, because you can't lose it. Because...
It's really difficult to die on this stage. You have to try very hard.
Exactly. The game is really, really fucking hard, but in this level, it ramps up, at least. Here we see Trouble Bruin. He is the... I guess you could call him, like, your rival. You know how, you have the main villain and then their dragon. This is, like, he's supposed to be, like, a mercenary who Dark Demon has got to try and stop you.
He's basically the Knuckles of this game.
Yeah, he's the Knuckles. That's exactly a good description of him. He's supposed to be a bear, but everyone just thinks he's a cat. He was purple. I am your announcer. I'm Liz. Hi, it's me, Liz Star. I also speedrun this game, kind of, so I know a good amount about it. There goes Trouble Bruin. That is very easy. You just gotta dodge the, like, energy balls and hit him when he's weak. It's, like we said, is impossible to lose.
Interjection. Real quick. After every boss, I stay basically around that pixel on that side of the screen. When the score clear pops up, you press start 3 times to advance through that, because otherwise it counts up. You can skip that. So it's just a little thing there. Slight time save. Now we're gonna actually get into the part of the game where you do stuff.
It is your traditional side-scrolling at this point. Like Chronoon, I keep calling you Chubbas, like Chronoon said. You can throw your head, and that allows you to grab onto objects to, like, pull yourself around and hit people. You stand still when you throw your head, so we want to throw it, like, in the air, basically. Here we see our first power-up. This is your speedy shoes, speedy head, I guess. And we have a quick mini-boss. This game has a lot of bosses. That was very good. Good job. There's a lot of mini-bosses. Ooh, uh-oh.
I forgot how to do that. Whoopsies. Time left us. Deboost.
In this area, you have 2 ways to go. You can be small, or you can get like a spiky head that allows you to climb up the wall, but it is faster to go slow, which is weird.
And there's a little shortcut there, which is a little quicker to take. You can do it normally, but there's enemies in your way. So that shortcut's just a nice RTA strat.
Oh. Trouble Bruin is here to fuck us up. Oh, wait, no. No.
I hope you guys like Tchaikovsky. It's a record.
This is the first Keymaster. He is easy, but you have to time your hits, because the way the tail wags, you can't just spam it, you have to time it perfectly. We have to wait for these, like, bouncing key things to bounce off the screen. If you get a bunch of them, you get an extra continue, which is, as Heather says, you've got another try. You'll hear that this game has a lot of very crisp and clear voice acting, and it's really good for a Genesis title. Well, we see her for the first time. This is Heather. She has extendable hands as opposed to a head like you do. And every time she comes by, she flirts with you and steals your key, just like a real woman. Am I right, ladies? Can a sister get a high five? No? Alright. In the Japanese version, her name is Thingy, and she is basically the same, except there are a few things that I'll point out. A few major differences. One of the first major differences is that this game has no dialogue except for in, like, one section. But in the Japanese version, it has dialogue at, like, every single boss fight. who just says, "Hi, I'm this boss. I'm going to beat you up." Pretty much. They don't really go into like a huge detail about any major like character development. Ooh.
I'm just gonna point out things like that. Yeah, rough fight coming up. You have to be pretty accurate with these shots here, and you don't want to re-grab any power-ups, so I'm just gonna be quiet and try to do it. I'll explain more later.
This is probably my least favorite boss fight. It is very easy to grab a head that makes it impossible for you to hit him. And you want to end it on the right side so that you end the screen faster. So very good fight there, Chronoon.
A little bit slow because I missed one hit. I could have finished that like one spin quicker. The one other thing is that you can do it so that his bounces, like your bounces, are a little bit low, and it makes it a little bit quicker.
So, we're starting off with this very kind of creepy, weird puppet show. I don't even, like, it's just upsetting to me. This is just a bunch of quick movement, just as much as you can trying to hit them.
It is actually pretty difficult to do this fight because you have to aim your shots often, and between both of the bosses here. That type of movement and execution is something you don't see very often in this game. I mean, you do need to be very accurate with your shots usually, but that boss really brings it to the max. Getting a good fight there is very difficult. I mean, like a fast fight, a very fast fight.
Now we have this dude. He has a quick kill that probably will not be getting, but you never know.
Yep, no, it's just a normal fight.
Alright,
basically,
so
I could have killed him there. If there was a good animation in RNG, we wouldn't have to see this form. So right there.
you'll also see there are two heads that what's his name? The dude. Head case. That's what I thought. There are two heads there that you don't want. So you could see Chronoon grab the one that allowed him to move faster and throw his head further, but there was also one that makes you just move insanely slowly and be unable to attack or jump for like 30 seconds, and that's basically a death wish in this boss fight. And then one that freezes it.
There is no use to that head. It's literally just a troll head.
And they continuously throw it in at some like really difficult boss fights. Wait until we get to Gatekeeper. That'll be loads of fun.
Oh, I can't wait.
This game is very difficult. You'll hear us say this a lot as we go to, oh, and this boss will fuck you up, and this boss will fuck you up.
Alright, this stage is has a bunch of tricks in it. So here we go with the first one.
Nice.
So he's gonna clip to the ground there, and this saves just 1 second, but it's pretty cool.
Something you'll note is the level names. The name of this level is Terminate Her 2. Ha 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 ha! Alright, so we step back for a little bit to grab this bomb, and that will make it a quick kill on this. Yeah, let's just skip right past that. No, a lot of the localization added the names of the movies to the level names, and some of them are kind of really easy to get, but some I have no idea what the fuck it's a reference to.
Yeah, in the Japanese version, they're just much more straightforward. Like, this is just called Southtown. Like, very, very straightforward names.
We're using damage boosting of when Headdy falls down in order to go just a little bit faster. I love these guys. You should straight up kill them. It's depressing. Alright, so this is a glitch. Oh, didn't get it. That's a shame.
Second try.
There you go. Good job.
Remind me to say the names of those guys I just killed, because it's pretty funny. But there's a trick here I need to focus on.
Basically, if you kill that tank, you're able to go just a little bit faster, and it glitches out the screen. You can see in the top there was like a block that was just messed up. If you go on the right... Nice, good job. If you go on the right side of that screen...
Sorry, I'm just like, we're all over each other right now.
it's all good. It saves 3 seconds if you're on the right side of the screen, because you leave a little bit sooner than the game expects you to. Alright, name the dudes that you killed.
So those little white to blue dudes are called Happy Cum Cum.
Oh.
That's their official name.
Wonderful.
You're welcome.
We're going to be doing a similar thing as to what we did a few rooms ago, where we're hugging the right side of the screen, and that allows us to leave just a little bit sooner.
Yes. I mean, that one's a lot easier. And this is a stage? Question mark?
The hardest boss in the game?
I got the frame-perfect text play. That's one of the few times text actually pops up in the game and gives you story. And we didn't get to see it, so that's good.
Basically, Bo shows up, and he's like, there was a boss here, but Heather killed it. He's like, it's like, sorry, Headdy, you got here too late. Heather already beat this boss. In the Japanese version, it's actually different. It says, like, there was a boss here, but it left, and it's going to fight you later on. I don't know what boss that was supposed to be. I think maybe, Twin Freaks? That's my guess. Alright, Star Wars time!
So, first, Star Wars. Alright, we got that out of the way.
Wow, it sounds like Star Wars. Holy shit!
This stage is the freaking run killer. Oh my god, this is pure RNG.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Star Wars too.
Yeah, well, okay, so, hold on, let me do it. So for the Japanese version, this is actually an auto-scroller. It's the same every time. It takes 2 minutes and a half. For the American version, it's all RNG, and you can get fights that are either a minute quicker or 3 minutes slower. Around that. So it's huge variability. Huge. And so runs generally go here to die. Often. It sucks. It sucks a lot. I spent like months trying to research any type of RNG manipulation. Then, because the old taster of this game wasn't around. We have a new task for this game, and he said, yeah, there is no way you can actually manipulate this. There is a way. If you have idle animation, you can switch the chance, but you won't know what the chance is because it changes like every frame anyway. So really, this is only an option for tasks. We're actually getting pretty good hits right now.
Yeah, that's not terrible, right?
I think we're on hit number 6. I never count because I'm just trying not to like be here. I'm trying to like dissociate myself from this traumatic freaking level. It's a slow trauma. It's one of those slow burns.
Shoutouts to Mickey Mania, by the way. This level always reminds me of. Something to note, like Chronoon said, this is way easier in the Japanese version. Easier, quote unquote, because this level is the same every single time for the Japanese version. They changed a lot of stuff like that with the American version. It is way more difficult. This
Pretty good.
and much more annoying to speedrun, in my opinion. Yeah, it wasn't a bad Star Wars. Did you get a secret bonus point?
I did not, so we're good.
Good. Basically, if you get a secret bonus point there, you just reset. Secret bonus points are just like little... They're just bonus points. They don't really do anything, it's just there's a bunch of them hidden in each level. The 100% tries to get all of them, which is an absolute nightmare. That is kind of a joke category. Do you have a time for that up on the leaderboards?
Not really. We don't have a leaderboard for it, like a separate category, because it's just not many people who do it.
No one would want to.
There's more to explain about that. There's also the best ending and the bonus stages. I think just real quick, to get the best ending, you have to wait through the entire credits and then input a code, which you get from the bonus stages. The credits is 17 minutes long, so that's part of the run, just waiting 17 minutes. Alright, this fight, there's a quick kill here. Liz, if you could just not say anything until we're done, please.
Of course.
Thank you. Probably not gonna get it.
Am I bothering you?
No. It's just this fight. Just no silence. Is that? No, that's good. That's good. I got it. Holy shit.
Good fucking job.
I wish I got that at GDQ. Oh my god. Yeah, that's, all those hits I did there, I have a 2-frame window on each hit. It's pretty intense. It's one of the most intense part of the run, especially coming out of Stair Wars. With a good Stair Wars, it can be really intimidating to pull that one out, too. Basically, I skipped an animation where he would drag the whole tower around, and I'd be in the background, and it's a 28-second time save, so it's pretty big, especially for an execution time save. So that's awesome! Holy crap.
Yeah, good job.
That's good.
That's one of the 3 biggest variance parts of the run. It's Star Wars, that, and then Twin Freaks, who has a quick kill that is also pretty tricky.
There is... wait, what was the first one you said?
Star Wars.
You mentioned
just like variance, like time variance.
Oh well, there's. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little excited. I shouldn't be because not that. All right, I really like this game. This was my favorite game as a kid, and speedrunning this is a blast. But it's also kind of a nightmare too because of all of the RNG involved. Getting good times on this game, like grinding reset after reset, can really drag on you. But that's really only for the highest times. Don't let that put you off from running this game if you're interested. It's a really fun game, a really fun speedrun. It's very unique. But I just have a special place of love-hate in my heart for this game.
Something to note real quick. We kill this boss in a specific order by knocking down his jaw and then killing this back one. And then we start hitting his crane at a specific time because the crane starts healing if you hit it earlier, and that makes it take longer to kill it. It's really weird.
Right. In the Japanese version, you actually want to get the laser head for this because if you can get propeller head, but the thing is, for the next fight, you won't have the laser head available, and there's gonna be like some floating head cases. They're not gonna always give you a laser. You need laser for the next fight, or else it's gonna be much slower and harder. So what you do instead is you have to fight this boss from the front, which is harder because you have to deal with all that stuff in the front, the 2 turrets, the bombs, everything. So that's one of the bigger differences between the 2 runs.
Also, we're coming up on another big time variance. Not really RNG thing, but just tricky, like really difficult strat in general that I forgot to mention. You can one-cycle this guy, it's really hard, so I'm going to be a little quiet so Chronoon can focus.
Thank you. So this is going to be like a little... We're like in a shmup part of the game, but this is probably the most like bullet hellish of the whole shmup section. I want to get as much damage on him as possible and avoid damage too. I can tank a few hits. I want these little wheels on the side there to stay on screen for as long as possible. That's the RNG part. It's looking good. This is for the 1 cycle. I don't want to kill them. A little bit too much health. So that might not be good. If he goes to the left side now, okay, it didn't happen. If he went to the left side then, that would be the 1 cycle. And that would save, he wouldn't go in the background now and do this part. And that saves like 18 seconds. So, unfortunate. but not a big deal. I can actually manage my health a little better, please. Thanks. And yeah, that's pretty much the fight here. Just have to avoid these remaining bullets and just wait it out. You can actually just stay in one spot. Okay.
Ooh.
Please.
Oh god. That was scary!
I'm actually... Alright, this is kind of stupid. I'm gonna actually do a safety death. Just, you know, as a marathon strat. Because my health is low enough. For the next stage, I'm gonna die. It only will waste 4 seconds. It sucks, I know, but I just, it'd be better to die there than at any point later on. So... Beautiful stage. Oop, I died.
Oh no!
Okay.
Also fly hard. Ha ha ha.
Aha. Ha ha.
Ha ha. Yeah.
This-
So it's just another shmup. Very simple level. I feel.
Yeah. This stage is like, okay, so for the first auto-scroller in the game, the one that we started the game off on, the only time save is on getting the 2 hits on Trouble Bruin and being in the right position and clearing the score as fast as possible, so very, very minute stuff. It's like always going to be a 217, give or take like pretty much frames. This stage, there isn't a single time save. I think there might be 1 frame of lag that you can avoid. I don't know where it is. Like, if you gain or lose time, it's literally just your splitting that's different. This is the stage that's always going to be the same, always.
I'm so ready to see chat's reaction. Who here has not seen this game before? Because you're about to see the best part of this game in just a moment.
Yeah, so if you remember, Alien Soldier had that kind of freakish boss, and it's like very... It just like goes in your face, and you're like, wow, okay. Like the one, like that's all like creepy and has like the thing sticking out. Anyway, it's not so creepy, but it is kind of weird.
No, it's really creepy. I don't like it.
This is Babyface.
This is Babyface.
There is a time save here. I'll mention it if well, when it happens. You can actually manipulate him to move towards your position here based off where you are. Let's see, I'm gonna avoid shooting here. Wait, shoot, it'll start moving, and then when you get to the right side of the screen, I'll start shooting again. Then, wow. And he'll shove his finger up at me. It's pretty rude.
I call this guy the Ken doll. So he goes from like a baby to Ken doll, and then he'll turn into Duke Nukem. Like
okay, we got it. We got the 2 cycle there. Usually that goes 3 cycles. That's an 8-second time save. So that's pretty much the only time save there for this fight. This is a fight that's actually very difficult for beginners. There's just so much stuff happening on screen.
It's so really hard for me.
These rapid-fire shots move very quickly. They're some of the fastest-moving objects in the game, and they will move like basically on these angles. The horizontal angle, of course, is the worst one. You have to move pretty much as soon as he fires. And that's pretty much the fight. I just shoot the old man a little bit, get grabbed, and that's it. You can actually keep on shooting him and avoid his hand, but that just takes longer. This way he actually dies of old age.
But it does give you a secret bonus point.
Yes. You actually save Bino, God forbid.
Yep, Bino's in there. We saw Bino once. He's the dude who is jogging. Having just a good old time jogging around Spinderella's place.
Yeah, he wasn't there for very long, so we'll see him a little bit. Well, actually, pretty soon. By the way, there's a soft lock here. If you're too far away from this position here, like in the top right of the screen, then when the trigger happens and you're the game forces you to drop and then walk back, you'll take too long to get there and it'll just hang. Also, the explosions off Babyface at the end there can actually kill you. So just avoid that if you ever come to playing this game. They're kind of annoying. Okay.
It's the nicest, happiest, easiest level.
Yeah.
Are you going to get the secret bonus points?
Why not? That's a horse.
You've got a secret bonus point.
That's a bird.
You've got a secret
Okay.
bonus point.
Okay, so here's Heather again. She has all those keys she stole from us. See? She's not a bad person. Or puppet, I guess. Oh, wow.
Oh, Heather.
It usually works. Whatever. So what you do here is you make Gatekeeper aim at your direction so that Heather has a clear shot. Gatekeeper will jump 2 to 5 times. Pretty simple.
Heather just seems to like jump around almost randomly. It's a little hard to tell sometimes when she's going to go on the left side or the right side. She has not yet. Oh,
There we go.
you apparently know. How do you know this shit?
It's like every 5 jumps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chronoon is clearly the world record holder, and I'm someone who has yet to complete a single time because I keep dying on fucking Dark Demon. It's really hard. I've been focusing on other stuff. I got the ooze going on.
Alright, this is probably the most difficult fight in the game.
Definitely. To do fast.
Even casually, it's pretty hard too. Okay.
I'd say Dark Demon is harder casually.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a bunch of stuff with Dark Demon. There's a lot more stuff involved, but this is very fast and alright, there's
Hey, it's Bino.
He's gone.
Bonus point.
I'm gonna just
That's RNG. It could be something we want, or it could be Bino.
Okay. Wow, okay, that's fine. I missed a glitch hit where I can get like a hit immediately. This looks like a good connect. Don't jump. You jump. Or she jump, rather. So now I have to get the bomb again and pretty much hope for the best. Because there is a bunch of RNG involved here too. That's one hit. One more. I'm just gonna cancel to get some better timing here. Throw that bomb. She jumps. This fight is also another big run killer. Next to Stair Wars, this is a big one. This looks like it's gonna connect. We're good. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Alright. Yeah, you can be there for a while.
Yeah,
Or she can kill you.
this fight can drag on. If you don't go for bomb hits, try to get head case a second time. There's a hammerhead there. But if you don't get either, like, this is a problem even for me. Just like doing normal head attacks, it's very hard to constantly avoid those claw attacks all the time. You're gonna lose your health quicker than she will. So bomb hits are the way to go. It's a tricky fight. It really is. But now we're on scene 8. There's 9 scenes separated by stages, so on pretty much the end game already.
Something else to note about that fight is that it was a oh, what are they called? Whoa.
That's fine. It's
A good
bad.
Gajinka girl? No, that's not what are they called?
Geisha.
Geisha, that's right. It's a geisha girl in the Japanese version, and they turned it into a robot for some reason for the American release. This level is just a bunch of like getting hit so that your invincibility frames don't let you get hit a lot by the rockets. We walk into this like wooden pillar because it does 0 damage, but still gives you invincibility frames.
Yep. Pretty simple. Here's another nice little stage with a bunch of tricks.
So what do you do here? What is that?
That's penguin skip. I didn't get Moloch skip in full. With penguin skip, basically you want them frozen, and you down jump through the corner there, and you can just skip having to wait for them to make the floor fall by itself. So that was found by Purius a while ago. It's pretty good. Okay. That was slow enough. There is a soft lock there. If you do that too quick, it's a soft lock. There's not much more to say about it.
So if you ever watch a speedrunner and they're doing poorly on that, and her name is Liz, the reason is they don't want to soft lock.
That was a camera skip. The camera scrolls a little bit. That saves 1 second. That's actually a new trick I found. This part seems pretty crazy, but as long as you're holding right, you can actually go through here in one motion like this. Bam, bam, bam. Secret bonus point.
Secret bonus point.
And vice versa.
If you hit any of those other ones that say don't touch, then you get hit with that big mask that I mentioned earlier that makes it so you can't jump or shoot.
Oh, can I do? I'll do this. I'll do the debuffs here. Yep. And there's a way to skip this puzzle here. Just do this. Oh, I missed that really hit. I forgot. That's fine.
So if he gets hit with both of them, then it's double the hit. So you do want to hit him with 2 if you're able, except for the final hit, where he only needs to be hit with 1.
I want to avoid the lightning bolt and the bowling balls here because they do a lot of damage. With my health right now, I will die. So, like, when you're reversing the stage especially, they will be falling, and if you're too close, there might not be a chance to avoid them. But yeah, this boss has, like, no... Whoops! Okay.
Ooh, whoa, okay.
This boss has, like, no iframes, so, that's how you can actually get up to 3 hits on it. Okay, please go away, balls.
Oh my god, that was really scary.
Alright, this is a fight. You fight a thing. Here's the thing. Enjoy this fight. And the music. I like this one.
I'm gonna be quiet here, because it needs to focus.
You have to reverse. You can kill him before that reverser. A little bit more. Oh my god, we're safe. Fine. What? Let's wait here. And done.
Yeah, this guy is definitely the run killer. The one problem with me saying, hey, well, the Japanese version is way easier, is that for some reason he has double health in that version. They halved his health, which makes this strat of trying to kill him in what we call the 1 cycle, where you don't need to flip it, that makes it possible.
Yeah. So this boss has double health. Gatekeeper and the final boss, Dark Demon, have half health in the Japanese version, which is why I recommend new runners to do Japanese version, because it's generally easier for those reasons than others. Okay, so next 2 stages are auto-scrollers. I just have to not die. Fortunately, I've played this game hundreds of times, so I know what to expect.
There are some cool glitches in here that negate some like lag frames.
Like this.
Yeah, if you're just here, you just get stuck in the wall for some reason.
So Purius found this quite a while ago. It only works on the right side of the screen. You have to be right next to the right side of the screen. You have to be pushed up completely, not 1 pixel to the left. And it works for every object, even these objects with spikes on them. But you just need to make sure that if you are stupid enough to do the skip for the spikes, that you're in a invulnerable phase, you're in iframes, so that you don't, get pushed out of the way by the damage, or they are not far enough right. But yeah, it doesn't work on the left side. So there is a chance he's gonna shoot me here. I think we're fine, actually. He can actually shoot a laser at you. This is probably the best place to do this skip, by the way. You gotta avoid all this nonsense. But if he shoots a laser at you, you have to deboost very quickly and get back into position. Or just do it normally if you're crazy.
You've got a secret bonus point.
By the way, Japanese version, there's a soft lock potential here. There's going to be this little animation and some text windows are going to pop up in the Japanese version. You want to actually wait. Usually you spam start when the text windows pop up to get rid of them, because otherwise they don't get rid of themselves. If you do it too soon, Headdy needs to stop, his animation needs to stop, like this running, he needs to be bouncing here on the left. If you do it before then, clearing the text bubble before then, that little energy ball right there would just keep on bouncing and you're stuck. And this was right at the end of the game too, so you have to be aware of that. It's the It's probably one of the soft locks that like would happen the most often to the most runners. So that is definitely something to be aware of. So Star Wars fart track, right? We got that. Alright,
yeah. So he's going to try to only get grabbed in a bear hug by Mariama, was it, less than 5 times, right?
Less than 3. Or no, less than 4. Less than 4.
Okay. 4 times is too many. It doesn't really do anything but give you a secret bonus point. But we try and do it anyway. Because this is a long fart track. I guess this game has some commentary. Star Trek and Star Wars are just long and boring, according to the creators of this game.
So actually, funnily enough, although those shmup sections I did earlier were pretty hard, this is, I would still call a shmup. The hitboxes are humongous and slow-moving, there's not a bunch, but it's actually very difficult to do this part without taking any damage.
I agree.
Nice. In the hard mode, where you only take 1 hit of damage, this is the game, this is a run. My record for this is only getting hit once. It's like a 2.5-minute stage, so it's really it's the hardest thing in the game to do. Over everything else that I complained about, this is the hardest thing. On that note, we are moving on to the final level. Anytime. Yep. Huh? Yep. There we go. Okay.
Alright. We're here at Dark Demon. If you look at him, you see that little smiley face. Here's spoilers, but in the Japanese version, that is actually Dark Demon. And it was a medal that was going to be awarded to the best puppet, which is you. And they were like, and he was like, no, I'm the best puppet. So he became evil. And in the ending, he hugs you and gets on your head because he's supposed to be on you because you're the best puppet. And in the American version, they changed it for us Americans. And I fucking hate it, but you'll see what I mean in a little bit.
Ooh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Not the best setup for this part.
Okay, so Dark Demon, when he has his attacks, he has that little orb, and it changes colors. And depending on the color, that shows which attack you'll do. And this boss is insanely fucking hard. Like, you have to, 1, know what each attack is. 2, be quick enough to both, like, get the hammer and hit him, and then also get the item that will allow you to dodge his attack. And C, just, like, be good, just in general.
Yeah, it's critical to knowing what color makes what attack happen, and then being quick enough to get Hammerhead, and then another item. Like if it's a ceiling drop, you want to get Tiny Head, because the chance of you finding a spot where normal Headdy can fit in is like minuscule at best.
Also, I don't think we mentioned it, but we are grabbing a hammer because it does double damage.
I'm not gonna go for this at this point.
If you kill all of these spikes with the hammer, you can only kill them with the hammer. It gets you a bonus point. So, just fun.
That's second ceiling drop.
That is the worst RNG, is the ceiling drop.
Yeah, it's I forgot exactly. It's like 11 or 13 seconds. There's actually a slow-moving ceiling drop where it just stays on top of the screen. That takes 18 seconds. It's pretty bad. You don't want to get too many of those. Like, you want to get one at worst. I've gotten 4 once. It's terrible.
We're going to have the last hit here in a second.
Alright.
Alright.
Get ready on timer. Okay, I'm ready. And, holy... Okay. 40 minutes flat. Beautiful.
40 exactly. GG.
Whew. Alright, that run was garbage. I'm just gonna break this cartridge now.
No. Chronoon, stop.
Yeah, I'm
You
kidding.
did fine. This game's really hard.
Yeah, no, that was good. That was good for what it was.
Let's all give it out for Chronoon. Very good job, GG. And in true American fashion, they had to add in a stupid fucking love plot. Anyway, that is Dynamite Headdy. An absolutely fantastic game. Thank you so much, Chronoon, for both the Dynamite Headdy run and also the Alien Soldier run. Both very good. Very excellent games that are just kind of unknown to us. Also, annoyingly, they took out something that was really cool. In the Japanese version, you can see here, instead of Headdy waving, he tries to fucking pull Smiley off of his, like, body because Smiley's, you know, attached to him. He's like, it's just him, like, moving around trying to drag Smiley off of him. It's just like a nice little bit of comedy that they removed. This game is gorgeous, though. I fucking love it.
Yeah, just real
All right.
quick, as you can see, it was a play all along. Sorry guys, this was staged. This game was staged.
All right, so now we have to sit through the credits, which is 16 minutes.
Yeah, and then
Thank you all so much. We'll be back in a little bit with a Silhouette Mirage race. Oh,
Yep.
the people who are doing it.
get
their
ready
names
for
got-
that more kind of weird treasure awesomeness. And Karaoke and Chaos are both really good
There
at
you
the game, so keep on watching the Treasure Block. These games are awesome. Treasure's awesome. Support them. Maybe they'll make another game for America. Please. Please.
Please.
Alright, on that
We'll
note,
see you guys in a little bit.
thanks for watching me, and yeah, back to setup.